Good morning. Welcome to the Java Cafe.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Thursday, May 15th, 2025, and you're in the Java Cafe. It is a thankful Thursday. I'm thankful for all of you that are in the cafe this morning. We're going to go say good morning very quick. We have a young man coming in that is going to spark it up a little bit. And not what you think, Spark Boston. And then in the 10:30 segment, we have a surprise guest. Literally in 1 minute, press announcement is about to come out. And their very first interview is with us at 10:30. And so we have a surprise guest coming in at 10:30 to talk about that announcement. But right now, we're going to bring in Aidan from Spark Boston, Aidan McDonough. And he's going to talk to us about Spark Boston. I'm familiar with it in a former life. And so without further ado, let's bring in Aidan. You all welcome him to the Java Cafe. And right after Aidan, we'll have our surprise guest. But we're going to learn about Spark Boston. Aidan, good morning.
Good morning, Jimmy. Thank you for having me this morning.
Definitely glad to have you here. Shout out to Nakia, Chief Millar, and Goals over there. There was some confusion on my end. The topic of what we're talking about today, we'll get info about the Civic Summit out later, but we wanted to talk about Spark Boston. But before we do that, please greet the audience and describe for me in one word the age group for which Spark Boston desires to work with. Whatever perspective that you want to take, just give me one word for that age group based on your if you could have saw your face based on your work with them. So go ahead and say good morning.
Yeah, so I appreciate the question. So I would say one word to describe this age group and the work that they're doing is I'm going to cheat and say 3 words, but 4 words, planning for the future. This is a 20 to 35-year-old council whose responsibilities is to become better educated and advocate for the needs of 20 to 35-year-olds living in Boston and what they hope to see happening here at the local level. And with that, my name.
Hold on, you went right into the work. I want to learn a little bit about you. So you did the greeting, but tell us a little bit about you and kind of why, and for the purpose of this being an age-focused sort of work, if you want to share if you're in that age range or not, but no, just tell us a little bit about you and why this work is important to you. And I'll give my relationship to it after, but go ahead.
Sure. So, well, my name is Aidan McDonough. I've lived in Boston now for 9 years. I moved here shortly after graduating college from the University of Pittsburgh. Grew up in the Buffalo area, but after graduating knew I really was hoping to land in a city area. Having family from the area, they live up in Haverhill. They had recommended checking out Boston, and 9 years later, it's still home. One of the best things is I actually have a very personal connection to Boston. My mom grew up here in New England, was a BC undergrad, graduated from Suffolk Law School, even worked here in the elections department at City Hall. So it's very serendipitous for me to kind of land here and make it my own. When I first moved here, I lived in the Brighton area for 6 years. And one of the things that my parents definitely instilled in me and my siblings is if you're looking to find community, you have to put yourself out there in community. So I immediately began volunteering for local organizations, such as Brighton Main Streets, the PSF School in Oak Square. And then I even became more involved in my local civic association and helped volunteer on some of the local and state political races as well.
I am glad to get a little sense of who you are, Aidan. And also, if you could just share with us, how did you land to lead now? An old head like me remembers Spark Boston in its earlier iteration as 1 in 3. And what 1 in 3 was that 1 in 3 Bostonians are between the ages, and it's 25, 35, right?
20 to 35.
20 to 35.
Yep.
Interesting. And so folks like the Real Boston Media come in sometimes and whatnot. So I want to make sure about that age, 20 to 35. That is huge. because we know there's a desire, some changes in nightlife and things like that. But I don't want to just put that priority on that generation. There's civic engagement. And you said that your three words were preparing for the future.
Planning for the future.
Yeah. So tell us, I know a little bit about 1 and 3, but I don't know if the iteration or the mission changed a little bit in the change. So tell us about Spark Boston and what it is that, the mayor's sort of vision is and how you're executing that through your work and experience.
Yeah, so I actually happen to be an alumni to the Spark Boston program. I was on the council when I was 2018, 2019 cohort. And so very familiar with the program on the other side of it. And so when
Devin Cole, Devin Cole.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. Well, see, okay, go ahead and talk. Now I'm dating myself again. Go ahead, sir.
So it's the Spark connection. So I was, as I said, I was on the council in 2018, 2019. So I was very familiar with the program. I had a great director who helped kind of shape kind of the expectation of what the responsibilities as the director would look like. And when the role became available, I just stepped in and have been here now for actually a little over a year. And it's been great to come in and recruit a group that is very much has an appetite for civic engagement, and all of them come in at different levels. Some of them are already active members in their communities, volunteering, a part of civic associations, knocking doors for local candidates. But then on the flip side too, some individuals are just looking for that outlet and trying to figure out where that first step is of civic involvement. 20 to 35, as you kind of alluded to, is a really wide age gap. So while nightlife, as you mentioned, is something that we discuss, and we actually hope to have a program this summer discussing nightlife and what it looks like in Boston. We also have young parents on our council as well. We're active right now with the Office of Early Childcare, trying to vet out some questions for providing early access to childcare for that specific to 0 to 3 age gap, and what that may look like to better support those families. On the flip side, we've had programming that's more involved in supporting our local businesses. We had council members who organized a digital bingo card where we listed out 25 Black-owned businesses during the month of Black History Month and promoted that and amplified that so that if people wanted to be intentional of where they put their dollar, it could be at some of these local businesses.
So it's the civic leadership. It is the nightlife piece as well. And also you named that some people are already active, and those folks definitely come with experience and bring their experience into the space. Are you also looking for people that may, and speaking of looking for people, when you answer that, I'll put the link to the application up and feel free to, as you're looking for people, so Aidan is here, you all, to talk about the application season being open to be a member of the council. So, if you could just highlight the type of folks you're looking for, yes, experience as well, but are you looking for people that just may be inspired by things present and want to get more civically involved? While you answer that, I'll get the application available to the audience.
Yeah, I appreciate the question, because I think one of the things that I like most about the council, and especially from my own experience as a council member and now as the director, is everyone has a different background and comes in with a different perspective. We have people on the council who are born and raised in Boston, to other members of the council who are just like me that found Boston later in life and now call home. We have people that are lawyers, doctors, architects, but we also even have students who are wrapping up their undergraduate or graduate programs. We have actually on the council, one of the municipal officers here at City Hall, who's part of our cohort. And everyone just comes in.
Say that again. One of the municipal officers is a part of your cohort?
Yes, of here at City Hall.
Which one?
I don't know if I can divulge that. Actually, but I will say his name is listed on the website if you want to look it up.
That's why. So, okay. All right. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. And so one of the things that what I really enjoy too is that during open application season, council members do get really involved in the recruitment process, because one of the bedrock principles of Spark is to make sure that we have diverse perspectives from all of Boston's neighborhoods. So we really try to be intentional when bringing on that 40-person group. We do cap the council at 40 people. And yeah, with that, we have not only the perspectives of the different needs from neighborhood to neighborhood, but then with their professional experiences as well, they come with different ideas and passion projects as well for people to rally around and help support and uplift.
I wanted to make sure that folks knew while you were talking that the application is actually hyperlinked in the comments. And so I'm going to get in trouble for a couple of people that are on my personal page. So I'll make sure we put the link on there as well. And so thank you for highlighting the fact that you don't necessarily have to come with experience, and you are looking for folks that are from all walks of life. And so we did, for those that are watching on James W. Hills, we did pin the comment to the top there, and also on Java with Jimmy. You can see it there as well. And I guess I should go over and put it on Twitter, but I'll put that up later over there. And so Aidan, what's coming up from Spark Boston? Summertime, that age group, even the opposite. If you reverse the 35, my age group, we like to be outside during the summer. What's coming up for the summer? What civic activities? I had Boston Waterfront Coalition on yesterday talking about the Charles River cleanup. I'm sure they're a volunteer. Just tell us, what are the advantages or benefits of being part of Spark Boston?
Yeah, so I can speak to programming that we have coming up. Well, we're in the midst of Mental Health Awareness Month. And so last week we actually had a panel called, an event called Still Minds, Strong Bodies. We partnered with the Boston Parks Department during their summer fitness series and attended a yoga in the Common. And then afterwards hosted a panel with members of the Equity and Inclusion Cabinet. We had a business startup owner who has an app that specializes in prioritizing mental health. And then someone from the MIT's Center for Wellbeing to speak to prioritizing mental health, but especially within our diverse communities as well. Then in going through Mental Health Awareness Month, we actually have a really exciting event, first of its kind, that Spark has put together coming up this Saturday. We're calling it a Civic Spin. What that looks like is we're going to have Chief Masso from the Human Services Cabinet come and do a spin class at the Handlebar in the South End. And then afterwards, we'll go... I see the time.
No. So I've known Chief Masso for couple of decades, and so he's going to come and do a spin class. He's gonna
bike to the spin class, do the spin class, and then we're gonna have a coffee hour, a coffee meetup at Cup of Coffee right around the corner.
Okay, go ahead.
And so yeah, that's one event that we have coming up. And then to wrap up Mental Health Awareness Month, we're going to be partnering with the bike mayor, Vivian Ortiz, and do a beginner's bike ride along the Neponset Trail in Mattapan, because there's many health benefits that come with riding your bike, from not just physical well-being, but mental benefits as well. So we hope to highlight that. Things that we have coming up in the pipeline, we have yet to promote it. So I guess this is going to be the first of it, breaking news. But we'll be doing a speaker series this summer called Spark Chats, where we'll have Spark alumni come and speak to their own personal stories and how their personal stories shape them into the civic leaders that they are today.
So a couple of things there. One, what you announced was definitely a priority, but did you say you were just sharing it here today?
Yes.
So say it again so we can clip it out and put you on full screen.
Yes, so we will be sharing promotional materials in the coming days, but we'll be having what is our Spark Chat series with all the information of where and when they'll be taking place. And the concept of the panel is to have these much more personal conversations with some Spark alumni and how their own upbringing and their personal stories made them the civic leaders that they are today here in Boston.
Okay, Aidan. All right. So that is definitely important. You make me a little jealous because I am certainly about 20 years out for being a part of Spark Boston. But I mean, it just goes to, show the city's investment in investing in, all age groups. We have Age Strong, we have Spark Boston. We know the mayor has an early childhood priority and things like that. So got to cover everybody and make sure that everyone has something to do. I'm texting with Chief Masso right now, trying to see if I can get him on the phone, but I don't think that's going to work out. But Aidan, no, I really appreciate you coming in and making us aware, and reiterate again, if you don't mind, the invitation for folks to apply.
Yeah, so applications are open and they are going to be live until Monday, June 30th at the end of day. If you are between the ages of 20 and 35 and live in the city of Boston, we encourage you to apply. You can find that application by going on our social medias. We're very active on Instagram and LinkedIn, but you can also go to boston.gov/spark to find our application as well, and even get an idea of some of our upcoming events that we have.
Aidan, what is the handle for, we just followed each other this morning, Spark Boston. What is the handle on IG? Is it Spark Boston or Spark BOS?
Spark Boston.
Okay. Spark Boston on IG. And so everybody go follow Spark Boston on Instagram.
Oh, I apologize. Spark BOS.
Spark. Okay. BOS. See, being an old head city in Boston, City Hall employee, I just kind of like knew that. Was that Nakia in the background giving you the proper thing?
No, but you said it and I was like, I need to double check because I said that too confidently.
Listen, I do it all the time, Aidan. I do it all the time. So it is Spark Boss on Instagram. And also, if you go to the comments, the link to apply is there. And so there is definitely, and Nakia was very aggressive this morning and said, you know, the summit's coming up, but the topic for today is going to be Spark Boston application process. So there is the flyer. We'll post it later. You can also follow them on Instagram to keep up with the events. One last question, Aidan. The events that you sponsor, are they typically for all Bostonians in that age group, or is it just for the council?
Our events are always open to the public.
Even 53-year-olds?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, while we serve the needs and try to uplift the issues important to 20, 35-year-olds, we believe that all our programming is beneficial to anyone who's interested in attending.
Okay. I feel better now and I feel seen. Aidan, seriously, sir, I appreciate you being here. It was a pleasure meeting you again. Shout out to the team, Chief Millar and Nakia over there that handles comms. Hopefully she was well pleased with our outcome today, but I really wanted to make sure that this information was out there. So folks know that, and it can't be said, you know, not everybody watches this, but I'm sure you all are, putting other efforts into getting the word out. And so the application is open until June 1st, which is a Monday, right?
June 30th.
June 30th. Okay. So it's to the end of the city, year. So you have until June 30th to apply, and I'll make sure to put the flyer up as well as the link up on my socials as well. So thank you for being with us today, Aidan. And I'll look out. I follow Spark Boston, so you might see a couple of seniors pull up at your event.
No, I love that. The more the merrier. I mean, Boston's a home for all, so we want everyone to attend our programs.
That was good, Aidan. That was good cover.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Thank you so much, sir, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you. Thank you.
All right. And keep us abreast when the first speaker series kicks off, so we can.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I'll
be sure to forward that over.
Okay, do that. Thank you so much, Aidan.
Thank you.
Have a good day, brother. So, folks, if you are between the ages of 20 and 35 and are interested in being civically involved, contributing to nightlife, health, they're looking for folks to contribute. They're doing a survey about early childhood care, for young people, ages 20 to 35. I think that's kind of dope. So we finished with Aidan a few minutes early. You all are stuck with me. Let me just see if the announcement was officially made, so then I can share with y'all and not keep y'all in suspense. Is Brother Milton here in the Java Cafe this morning? I wanted to make sure that he was one of the first ones to know. Let me see if the announcement came out yet. Hold on. We might take a commercial. Shoot. Hold on. All right, I'll find it in a couple of seconds. Milton, what's up, brother? Good morning. Yo, I'm trying to find it now. I believe the announcement is made. I just can't navigate my way to it. Damn it. I mean, shoot. So I just want to make sure that I can go ahead and say who. Okay, there they go. Who the guest is, and did they put it out yet? Hold on, y'all. Post. All right. Well, I can't find the announcement, but she's here. I just heard her pop in. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present to you Helena D. And it's been a jockey. I think I got it right before when she was here. But Helena.
Hi. So this is so great that it's you that I'm talking to and at this specific hour, because I absolutely respect and really think of you as the voice of the community, and that's where my heart is. And so, yeah, literally at like minutes after I'm on the.
So let's tell the people. I want to give you the pleasure of saying why we're here today, because I know your work. I know the investments you've made in the city and beyond and in this region. And so, Helena, what announcement just got made a few moments ago?
Well, so I'm going to say it. And first of all, let me say how much I absolutely love the city of Boston and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. When you think about some of the most incredible leaders like our mayor, our governor, our lieutenant governor, our AG, and you go on, our congresswoman, you go on and you go on. And I've been here since 1987, learned English running up and down the streets of Cambridge and West End Avenue. And my father got his start at Roxbury Community College, went to Northeastern, Mass School of Law, and drove cabs really honestly all day, went to law school at night, and then he worked overnight at the Cambridge Hyatt to raise 3 daughters. And I'll be 48 next month, and here I am loving what I do, working in the 3rd largest industry here in Boston and really greater Boston, a $22 billion industry, which is hospitality and tourism. Took the role of executive vice president literally a week before the pandemic, March 9th, 2020. And here we are 5 years, a little over 5 years later, and I'm just so excited and so proud to share with everyone that I have joined an incredible organization, still in the same industry, but really amplifying Boston and Massachusetts and really global in domestic destinations around tourism and meetings and conventions specifically. So I'll be the new Chief Strategy Officer for the National Coalition of Black Meeting Professionals, working alongside of the best in the industry. And I'm just so grateful at my current team for the next couple of weeks and all the work that we've done. And then now really having this incredible opportunity to continue to make access and get work done, because I love what I do. And we're here to stay. So super excited.
Now, I'm trying to sit up here and not look cheesy, because I'm looking at the work that the coalition does. So, Helena, if we can educate a little bit, what's his name? Our good brother Michael at the Mass Council talks about the culture and the art industry and the billions of dollars. This is a huge industry in the city, in the state, and in this region. And having someone like you that's committed to equity, what is the benefit that they are, it's a new job for you when you're raising your impact, but what is the benefit of them joining with your experience around this equity piece, and also educate us about the hospitality industry? So many of us are leaders. Anyway, school us a little bit of the significance of this organization.
So, this organization, the National Coalition of Black Meeting Professionals, has been around. It's a legacy organization of 42 plus years of uplifting, sustaining excellence. The focus is, international structured growth. Black travelers, by the way, Jimmy, represent about $145 billion dollars in economic opportunity and impact. So when you think about that, you really think about how does that happen? Even as we sit here in Boston, we're a 57+% majority, give and take a few points. So we are, kind of experiencing travel and tourism in ways that we've never. And so this organization works with so many incredible associations, DMOs and bureaus and convention centers, and really domestic and international partners to really uplift and give access to really Black meeting planners and really mobilize global tourism, international visitation, and really make sure that destinations have access to this intellectual, capital. A phenomenal team that has been doing this for a while. So while I go there prepared and having done and worked with some incredible folks, I'm looking forward to learning. I'm looking forward to really, I think, uplifting Boston and Massachusetts and really other domestic and international locations to think about travel and tourism as a place of joy. As a place of joy.
That is so hugely important. If you don't mind, can you tell us, like, in this new role, I know you're just getting there, but what is the role of the strategic leader in this space?
Yeah, so I'll be working closely with Mr. Jason Dunn. He is, he's been there leading the coalition and the organization for a few years, and the leadership team and the board. So we'll build systems. I mean, the focus is going to be strategy and building systems, partnerships. As you know, Jimmy, I'm very, very keen on making sure that partnerships represent a full scope of who's actually a part of that partnership. Yeah. We'll make sure that we, help members, if it's a membership organization, maximize their impact, educate, advance their careers. It's about access, creating strategic opportunities through meetings and the industry as a whole. So I'll be focusing a lot about that, really focusing on the strategic decisions that make our market the way it is. How do we gain opportunities? How do we really take advantage of emerging technologies? I'll be evaluating and really diving into how this empowers our communities. I always say I've always lived my role outside of my office and my desk. I think that being in it is important. I'm an immigrant, so I understand the power of, exposure and travel and really access. So I'll be focusing on that. We'll develop metrics. Data is important. The organization is working on some really cutting edge data around that, making sure that it not only measures both business, but also community impacts. I always say, if you can tell me that your P&L has been impacted, then I could take credit for really making you, a part of this industry. So I really think metrics are important. So I'll be working on that. We want to create scalable professional development pathways. That's very, very important. I'm proud to say that I'm the first Black woman that, that's been hired at formerly known as the Greater Boston Convention and Visitors Bureau, now Meet Boston. And I remember just asking folks, telling folks where I worked in the community, and they're like, what, where do you work? Convention center, what? So, I'll stop there to say there's just a lot of work around education.
No, because that part is so important, Helena, because, Boston has this, past interesting reputation. There's so much here around inclusivity. You've made a huge impact in Meet Boston's presence in Boston and in the region. And so one of the things that you said, and it's a little off the cuff question, but do you see this with the times and the way that they are? And we do travel, you're familiar with things like sundown, cities and things like that. Will this organization also be a voice and an advocate and keep an eye out on things, that are going on in this country, and we need to be welcomed and be able to go any and everywhere? Does that organization have some, influence there?
Yeah, the way that we tackle things, and you talk about, I think, where the climate is right now, the agenda or the way that we measure this is by really standing in the gap of what does that look like. So in terms of challenges around citywide or regional scalability, we're going to really make sure that happens. I was, kind of doing that transformative, approaches to partnerships. Mm-hmm. And this organization does that, whether it's, they're based out of DC, Virginia area. I'll be here in Boston. So for those of you who've been to my office, I'm a block away now. So no further changes to where you got to go to see me. But that I'm never in the office. I'm usually out and about. which is the way that I lead. So, it's really making sure that there's representation, there's approaches to partnership, developing workforce programs. That is a big initiative that the National Coalition of Black Meeting Professionals does, is that if there is someone who is in a hospitality school, there's a scholarship out right now. How do we get them to be in the boardroom, in that decision making? And so while the climate is what it is right now, this organization is, on Capitol Hill. It's about policy making, it's legislation. It is a full circle progress around making sure that this industry continues to grow in a beautiful way. And they're doing a great job, and I'm happy to join them.
All right. Before you go, and I have the opportunity, Helena, to know, and it exudes out of you as you're talking, but what drives you in this space around, hospitality, the professionalism? People go to conferences and events. I'm planning just a little health fair on Saturday, and the logistics, like there's certification in meeting planning. There is so much. What drives you in this space, Helena, and brings you joy in this space?
Yeah, and so thank you for asking that. What brings me joy is actually doing the work, really being able to say this happened, and then and this person benefited, or this organization. So what gets me up at night is thinking about, wow, we're doing this work, but what was that? We have a wealth gap, and there's so much that we want to impact. So in this role, I think globally, kind of 9 feet high. Is really thinking about the systemic things that are going to impact the community. How do we make sure that the small businesses, the mid-scale businesses really get impacted in ways that they should? So talk about education, and I'll say this to you. If you look at the convention center's meetings and conventions and trade show schedule, there's things on the calendar until 2042.
It's
30 something. So yeah, 30 something, 42. I'll check my. So, but the point of that, Jimmy, is that, listen, so when these meetings and conventions come in, we want the community to actually reap benefits of that. But there's education around that. And I'm passionate about that. So it's really, really focusing on that. What gets me up every day is making sure that there's impact, there's measurable impact. I do a women's conference. It's the 8th year, 1,600 people. You thought it's going to be, there's bigger conferences, there's bigger impacts, and we want to be right at the forefront of that.
Well, Helena, I'm
glad to get on with you. I appreciate you. I'll have to give you progress as this thing unfolds.
Listen, please keep us abreast. Any opportunities for partnership and things like that. But no, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you because I've seen your impact. I've seen and know just generally, women in industries, being a Black woman in industry. Sometimes it is interesting. I'm saying that you're not. But sometimes it is interesting. And so, Helena, thank you for the fortitude. Thank you for the stick-to-itiveness of being in this space and raising your impact. So you're not going too far away from us, but your impact is about to excel in this region. And so before you go, we've been using a couple of acronyms in this space. Can you please tell us what the Masters in Business Administration, but the CDME, Certified D Meeting, I got
yeah. Yeah, I love it. So thank you. Shout out to Destinations International, where I sit on a few task forces for, workforce development, college students, and career mentorship. So Certified Destination Marketing Executive. This is a very, very highly coveted accreditation. I was blessed to have navigated through it through the support of my current role in about 1.5 years. And it's really important. It teaches you so much about the industry and the industry I love. So it's through a phenomenal organization called Destinations International. We immigrants, we go to school. So I was in school for 1.5 years. And the MBA is from Northeastern. Shout out to Northeastern as well. But yeah, we're here to stay. Like I said, I'm not leaving Boston. I'm here a block away from my old office, and I'll be in community a lot, as I've been the last few months.
All right. I'm excited for you. Helena, thank you. Thank you for the opportunity to be your first interview after this drop. And please keep us abreast of everything you're doing. And will I see you this evening?
Yes, wherever you are, I am probably. So we're going to go to Jahari's installation on the Greenway. And yes, I will see you this evening.
Okay, absolutely.
To fill, remember?
Yeah.
Earrings, at least 2 pair.
Yes, is going on, and then also the Boston Magazine event is this evening as well.
Yeah.
So
I go there to support, and congratulations to you. You are such a force, and I'll be there taking some step and repeat pictures with my friends.
I will see you later. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations, Godspeed, and make sure you're taking care and always having that joy with you and the family.
Amen.
Thank you so much.
Jimmy. I'll talk to you
All
soon.
right, thank
Bye.
you. So, folks, we were able to let you know what the surprise was. I didn't know the extent of what she was doing, but if you move in the hospitality industry, if you move in the nightlife industry here in Boston, if you move many convention event planning spaces here in this city, Helena is major. And for her now to take her influence and voice and impact to that national level, it did sound like she's going to have a regional sort of focus here, but being that at that national organization as the chief strategic partner or leader. All right. Wow. It's only 10:38. It seemed like it was later. So we're going to get ready to wrap up, everyone. Today is my Friday, which technically means, thank God we're not skipping straight to Saturday for the health fair. Pre-registration has closed, but please make sure if anyone asks you or they reach out, oh, I couldn't pre-register, on-site registration will be available. You come to the health fair, you register, and the only thing that you're not getting is the raffle ticket because you didn't pre-register. So next year when we put it up, we tell you to pre-register. Don't forget, we're giving away $1,000 gift or a raffle prize. You will receive a piece of paper and passport. You will need to go around to the health providers. They will check off that you saw them, and then you go get your raffle ticket. And then we're going to do the raffle for $1,000. We also have a multiple $100 gift certificates. There are 2 or 3 people that have shared and done work to promote this. A lot of people have, but I randomly picked some people. We'll have gift cards for you. We'll have multiple $50 gift cards, multiple $25 gift cards, multiple $10 gift cards. We will have clothing from different clothing from Black Dollar, clothing also 2 gift certificates for custom sneakers. You will be able to get your sneakers designed and custom made. And also we will have gift baskets, self-care for men, and we will have a couple of baskets for our sisters. And I think that is it for giveaways. The event is being catered by Everybody Gotta Eat. I told you all yesterday, we're having caprese. Y'all say caprese sandwiches, avocado and chicken, honey smoked turkey and cheese, ham and cheese, and then a vegan option as well. And you're going to get a dessert and drink with that. We're going to have multiple raffle prizes throughout the day, but the number one priority about this health fair is your health. You're going to have the opportunity to speak to healthcare providers. The MGH van is coming, vaccinations, diabetes tests, high blood pressure tests. All right. That's all taking place on Saturday at 11 a.m. Please show up. You can register. DJ Jeff 2 times will be providing the music for us, and it's going to be a good time of fellowship. We have about 23 providers that are coming. The Daddy and Me literacy program will be there. No Stones Thrones counseling will be there. Dee Dee's Cry will be there. ABCD Health Services will be there. MGH and a lot of their cancer center providers will be there. Boston College School of Nursing will be there. The MGH van will be there. Healthy Baby, Healthy Boston will be there. We're going to have a lot of information for you on Saturday. So come out and plan to be a part. Let me just check in over on Instagram and see who's over there. Still Reppin' was over on Instagram. Tanika Simone, Kamai, Ari as well. Nikki was over there as well. Dan Hudson, Rachel, and others. Thank you for joining over on Instagram. And thank you to everybody that is here on Facebook. Kenny Solo is in the building. Grand Rising. Good morning to you too. I seen a post about that the other day. Somebody got aggravated because I'm tired of this Grand Rising. I guess it comes off of, we don't say good morning because some people think it's MOURNIG. But anyway, Kenny, what's up, brother? Good. I'll text you. Did you hit that email? And I'll just leave that. Good to see you in the room, brother. My business focuses on hospitality hiring. So Heidi, definitely reach out to her. She's somebody just for you to maybe have lunch with. Anyway, she's a good sister and definitely a good connection there. Thank all of you for being here today. Thank you for the Real Boston Media was in the room. Thank you all for joining. Again, Saturday at 11 a.m., Roxbury Community College. Don't forget, follow the balloons. If you're driving, park in the parking lot and follow the balloons. White, red, and light blue balloons will get you into the space. Our seniors, it's a little bit of a walk, but I'd rather that than, up and down on the elevator and the stairs at the Reggie. We want to thank President Jefferson. We want to thank Shannara. We want to thank Demetrius. We want to thank those at the Reggie Lewis Track and Athletic Center, Brother Michael as well, and also the staff and the support that we're getting from Roxbury Community College. They are one of our sponsors, and so we thank you so much, Roxbury Community College. Don't forget to come out on Saturday at 11 a.m., even if you did not register. Terrence, I owe you an email. But he said, thankful today. Many got all three. Thank you for today. Many got all three of my summer classes paid in college. So glad to be in school that invests in their students and picks them up when they are down. Very empowering and motivating. Terrence has often shared with me the support that he gets from Salem State University and President Keenan over there. And I'm sure Cynthia Lynch and the Institute as well. So Terrence, I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday, you and Gordini, and I'll get that email out today. I'm a little behind with some of the logistic stuff, so please forgive me. Mother Davis is in the Mother Davis. Have your phone on Saturday, because I told Aaron that we're going to FaceTime you or something, because we want to virtually have you at least join with the mothers. If we have to put you on an iPad and sit on the table, but no, we are going to FaceTime you on Saturday just for us to say hello to you. So I'll try to do better, or at least have Aaron maybe send you a text and give you a few minutes notice before we FaceTime you. But Mother Lisa, we definitely going to virtual.
On your calendar, if you co-working with me.
So first of all, I cut it off because Alexa came on. But today, Alexa, I'm glad I did, because Alexa decided to give every detail of this appointment. Name, email address, and everything. Wow. Okay. Milagro, don't start. I can't wait to see you Saturday. Miss Teresa, good morning, y'all. Miss Teresa is feeling a lot better. Miss Teresa, we have your assignment. We're going to, you'll be with the mothers, but also just as a, what is it? They call them a junior mother. I've heard some churches call them a junior mother, but just to make sure they're good. And so Miss Lisa, we will make sure that we, Milton, don't be laughing at me, bro. We'll make sure that we FaceTime you in, on Saturday, but please spread the word about Saturday. We have about 75 people registered so far. I want to have at least 100. We got food for 100 plus. We got bags. We got a gift that you're getting. And Ari, I will also email you or send you some info you can send out to the brothers, as well as Newt. What's up, brother? That was what that Alexa announcement was. Me and Newt was supposed to be co-working. But all right, Nia Grace is in the there are things and dynamics that happen in the Java Cafe and outside and behind in the background of the Java Cafe. And Nia is making sure that she says hello to Mama Java. Okay. With that being said, I'm going to get ready to go. And I will see you all. Errol, what's up, brother? Jumped on over on Instagram real quick. We'll see you all Saturday at 11 a.m. Look out for an email from me just with some details about Saturday. But get there. Don't come before 11. Doors open at 11. I know sometimes people be popping up early, but we got a very tight schedule. for our setup and plans. So anyway, Saturday, 11 a.m., Your Health, the 4th annual Your Healthy Java Joseph R. Betancourt Health Fair. Next year is the 5th year. Aaron and I are already talking about what we're doing. I almost emailed RCC yesterday and said, hey, can we get next year's date? Which we are. Someone in this conversation right now advised me to get a little ahead next year. All right. With that being said, have a good weekend, everybody. But I should see you on Saturday at 11 a.m. for those of you that can make it. If you can't, understand perfectly. But try to come out, get the health information, win a couple of raffle prizes, and somebody is walking away with $1,000 for coming to get the health information they need. All raffle prizes, you got to be in the room. Raffle prizes, the bulk of them, and it'll be in the email, will be given out between like 12 and 1:30, the bulk of them. So Pastor Marion said, see ya. He'll be there, and others as well. Errol, good morning again to you. Don't forget, Ari, I'm not going to forget. Oh, no. I'm not. I'm going to do that in a couple of minutes. I just got to get these poster board things out. All right, folks, we will see you Saturday at 11 a.m., right? Put it in the comments. See you Saturday at 11. And then once you put it in the comments, you don't want to be a liar and then not come. No, I'm messing. We'll see you Saturday at 11 a.m., everybody.